Hello, everyone. Well, as you can see, I have a special guest with me today, and there's a very good reason for that. First, before we get into what we're going to talk about, I am trying Donut Shop brand. It's called Mocha Latte. It's like if you mixed coffee and hot chocolate together. It's not bad. What are you trying?
It's called Frostbite
It's a hot chocolate. He doesn't
hot
do
chocolate.
coffee.
Yeah. That's really good.
What does it taste like?
It has a little minty taste to it, but it's really good actually.
I could smell it when it was brewing. I was like, oh man, this will might
Yeah.
clean out your sinuses if you drink a whole cup.
Definitely got some mint taste to it.
So we both have kind of similar drinks. I'll try yours if you try mine.
Okay. I'm not big coffee, but
I'm not a big mint and chocolate person.
I don't know how to hand it to you.
Hold on. All right, we did the old switcheroo. Here we go. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, yeah. This to me tastes like a knockoff brand version of a York peppermint patty melted in a cup.
And that's what I'll take.
All right, we're going to trade back.
Yep.
All right. So today I was going to share a testimony actually of something awesome that happened recently, but it happened to both of us, so it's our testimony. So we have had some cart issues for a while with our big blue boat. And, taking it to the shop a couple times and that sort of thing. Well, was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. On Monday,
Yeah.
you were driving. So about a week ago,
Yeah.
he was driving, and the serpentine belt came completely off, and the car was smoking. There was a bunch of stuff. Eventually, he got to our development, and it was hard to turn. He made it to the driveway, but and he was perfectly safe and everything, but the car is now sitting there and not drivable. So we were like, we were already thinking about getting another vehicle to have as like our main vehicle, and this one just be back and forth to work. But now we need like just one legit vehicle, right? So we have been, all we asked from God was, Lord, we just need a 4-door with less than 100,000 miles on it. Okay. And we were looking at different car lots. We had 3 in mind that we were going to go to the other day. And I had talked to my bosses and asked, can we head out just like a half an hour early, just because one of the car lots closes, really soon, and I explained the situation. And she was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And as we were leaving, we ran into them again on the way out, and she said, our son is, looking to get a newer vehicle. He's trying to sell his car so that, just as an option for you. I was like, oh, okay. When they bought it, it only had about 40,000 miles, and he had only put like 9 or 10,000 on it. So we were just like, okay, well, we'll think about that. We'll keep that on the back burner and just look around. And, we were headed there, and I had sent her text messages. I thought, well, it's not going to hurt to just find out, what he wants for the car. Just kind of get a feel for, where this was headed, kind of thing. Since it did have such low mileage on it, didn't know if like there was going to be, extra expense, just because, it's hard to find an older car with like less than 50,000 miles on it. So I didn't hear from her for a while. We get to this car lot that's near our house, and we found this really awesome not Toyota. It was a Chevy Equinox.
Equinox, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Toyota. The Chevy Equinox is really nice, light silver color, 4-door. It's the SUV, and it just looked in like pretty good condition. And so we went up to the window to ask about it. And wait a second, I need to backtrack for a second because I skipped a very important step before we even went out on our endeavor. I mean, he was driving, so his eyes were open, but I just grabbed his hand and I said, well, we're going to pray over this situation because, you know, we are the type of people that need a very clear-cut sign. You know, we're not real good at reading in between the lines. Like, we've learned that through communicating with each other. You can't just give a vague answer. We need specifics, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how we operate. And so we prayed for, Lord, shut every single door that we are not supposed to open, and, give us a crystal clear sign of what we're supposed to do. So we went up, we asked about the Chevy, and the guy said, I'm sorry, there's already a down payment on it. I just didn't get a chance to pull it to the back lot. They were really swamped with, just overwhelmed. Some of their people still weren't at work, and they're having a hard time getting cars because most places you can't physically go up to the car and check it out. You have to do it over video, and this guy rightfully didn't feel good about that. So he doesn't have a whole lot of inventory coming in until he can, be able to physically inspect the car himself. And which I respect. That's a really good, auto dealer to not just take your chance on the lemon. I can respect him for that. And so he said, well, why don't you, check back in, a week or two. I might have a couple more added to the inventory. He said it's just, kind of up in the air. We said, all right, well, we pulled out and we were headed to another dealer when I got the text message back from my boss. Now, keep in mind, I hope it's okay, but I'm going to share what our budget was. Our maximum budget was $3,000 to either pay for the entire vehicle or put down on a vehicle. And deep in my heart, I didn't really want to make car payments, but I figured out a budget where we could swing it if we needed to. And so we were headed to another dealership, got the message, and I started crying because all he wanted was $2,250 for the car, which not only is under our budget, but it also was enough room to cover the title transfer, the new license plate, what's the other thing they do, vehicle registration. So it covered all of that, and we just knew. I think we had a feeling even before we went to the first lot that we kind of sort of felt like that's what we should have gone with to begin with, but we wanted to keep our options open, and I'm happy that God has a sense of humor. But yeah, he shut that door right away. And so we got a hold of her, and we were like, yeah, we'll take it. And it is a 4-door. And the amazing thing about God is that, he gives you, sometimes he gives you more than what you ask for. And, we only wanted less than 100,000 miles. We got it at 50,000 miles for a 99. A 1999 vehicle only has like 50,000 miles on it, and it drives really, really well, and it doesn't need inspected until next year, so we don't have those expenses right now. He did have a newer CD audio system in, and there was a possibility that he could have taken that with him. He let us keep that. The brand new tires, like, there's enough room in the trunk. I mean, this really was a huge blessing to our family, and I really thank him and his parents, his mom for saying something, and his dad for riding in the back seat, creeping me out No, he didn't creep me out, but like I'm used to kids in the rear view. Yeah, I don't know where this came from. It just shows up sometimes, but I'm used to kids in the rear view mirror, and that's the first time I had an adult in the rearview mirror when we were test driving it, and it just kind of just I'm not used to having a face, but so that was kind of funny. But no, it drives really well. We've driven it day and night, and now through the rain, and it's exactly it's more than what we had asked for, and I'm so thankful to God. I'm sorry, you really haven't gotten a chance to talk.
Oh no, this is your thing.
Yeah, but it's your testimony too.
Oh yeah, but you do a very good job.
Oh. Well, I do
I'm
talk
just
a lot.
enjoying my hot coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean hot chocolate, not coffee.
I knew what you meant. But you might have surprised a few of the viewers, like, coffee, he's drinking coffee.
Yeah.
But no, we are just so, he told me that the next day that after we said yes, the guy who sold us his car, we all work together, which is nice. And it really is like, work family is really like a second family. I mean, I've been there for almost 2 years now, and when I left my old job, which was Darren Camps, that was a family environment, and we were a work firm. I was devastated because I never thought I would have that same family atmosphere again, and once again, it's God provided above and beyond, because not to discredit Darren Camp's family, but my work family now, even better than what I had at Darren Camp. So I'm crying, but I don't have anything to cry about. I'm crying tears of joy and gratitude, because God has just really, really taken good care of us in the last couple years, and I know He's going to continue to take care of us, and I'm sure we will be presented with opportunities to give back and pay it forward to some other people. But I just want to encourage anybody who's watching, if you're being tugged at by God to bless someone, but you're not really sure how you feel about it, just trust in God's timing and what God's plan is, because even though this guy, I don't think, was quite ready to give up his car yet, I think once he saw how much of a blessing it was to us, his girlfriend told me that it made him happy that he could be a blessing, and it makes us happy because now we got a reliable car to drive our 2 kids around in, to go on family trips and do stuff together. And I know we're going to have this vehicle for a long time, and that peace and security, and there's no car payments, like the whole car's paid off. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, I'm excited. We should be excited.
You want to tell them about your first scare in the car?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, all right. So the other day on Sunday, I was headed to work, and when I go on Route 30, then I have to turn at the light. There's like a McDonald's on this side, and just past is a Wendy's, right? And people don't always stop where they're supposed to stop at that Wendy's. So I'm driving, and this woman came flying and just barely stopped. She probably missed the car by like a foot, but it scared me, and I quickly went around the corner to turn into the complex where we work, and all of a sudden I hear this beeping noise, and I'm like, I didn't know if there was like a special sensor built into the car, or I'm like, oh no, what did I do? And then I thought, well, I was kind of fiddling around with the radio. Maybe I accidentally hit that call button, and now it's like on hold or something. Like, I didn't know. And I thought, all right, just get in the parking spot, park, and turn the car off, and the beeping will stop. The beeping did not stop. It was one of those sounds, like, it sounded like when the trucks were backing up. It was like that kind of beeping, and it wasn't stopping. I'm like, oh my goodness. And like, oh, I didn't read the driver's manual, so I don't know what's going on with the car. Uh, and then realized that my daughter's toy was in the back seat on the floor, and it's a steering wheel, and it has a reverse option. And when you put it in reverse option, it makes that beeping sound. As soon as I flipped the toy over, it was quiet. I was like, really? So it wasn't anything with the car. It was just a child's toy making me believe something else was going on. But there you have it. So what a blessing this car has been. Thank you. If you are ever gonna watch this, thank you. You know who you are. And thank you, God, for planning that all out. And just awesome. Especially these days, we have to celebrate the things that we're thankful for and the good things that are happening in this world. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, all right, we'll see you in our next episode of Coffee Talk and talk about something else. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.